Good morning, everybody. I pray to God that the audio is fixed today. I apologize for those videos, and I thought it was fixed the second time. I seriously don't know what was going on because I was assuming that Kramer was coming from my Thinkorswim app because they have Trader TV on there and CNBC is usually on. And even though most of the time I mute it unless I see a subject that I want to hear about, I did have it muted yesterday, so I assumed that it was just somehow transferring over even though it was on mute. But I removed it for that second adder video, and honest to God, guys, Kramer was back, and I don't know how. I was like, all right, this is really nuts. So my apologies. Hopefully today it's all set. I completely logged off and rebooted my computer. Shut it down for the night. So please let me know in the comments below if Kramer or somebody else is talking, because then I think I'm going to have to take my computer in to get serviced. But at any rate, let's talk about the stock market today. And it is Wednesday, January 18th, 2023. I'm Teresa Perrin. Please remember, nothing I say is financial advice. Always do your own DD. And this is not telling you to buy, hold, or sell any of these stocks. This is just my watch list and what I think has a high probability of moving today. Let's get started. If you could, smash that like button for me. It really helps with the algorithm, and I would greatly appreciate it. All right, I am going to do things a little bit different today. I'm going to mix in some news articles along with some of the charts. So some you may see a chart for, others you may see a news article, or you may see both if I found something later as I was reading this morning. So let's start with FWBI. Congrats to all of you that held through this. This is up from like 70 cents or so to literally over $4 this morning because the FDA reviewed a drupalace and the street sees a 5-time upside. Well, that 5-time upside came very quickly, in my honest opinion. This is quite interesting. Keep an eye on it today for not necessarily a move to continue higher, but it could also see a short occur higher. Like you may see that people short off of it to retest those lows and to come back up. So just be cautious. It's not a guarantee it's going to go up. And here you can see it here. It was up $3.69 yesterday to 567.80. And then the after hours, it was up an additional 5 cents. So like I said, be cautious because it may come back and retest that. ATXI, Avenue Therapeutics. So those of you that follow me on Twitter or that watched or tried to watch that video last night, again, I apologize. ATXI is having a massive technical breakout. Now, this stock has ran previously. Those of you that follow me and have followed me for a long time know that we ran this up before, and they did a horrible offering in the middle of a very nice run. So if you weren't taking profits on the way out, you got stuck. And there was opportunity to get out before we started running, before, like it went back down and it was still higher than where we entered at. However, it did take off a lot of those profits. And if you continue to hold, then it really took it down because it never bounced back up, which normally within a few days you see that. So guys, I anticipate that this stock is very heavily shorted despite what the facts say, or what's reported, I should say, on Fintel. So keep a close eye on this. I really think that we are seeing the start of a squeeze. TCO, one sec, back here. Just remember that this may need to cool off. It was up 60% on the day, an additional 19% in after hours. So don't be surprised if it, trades sideways for a little while before making its next leg up. TCBP. All right, guys, this should be on everybody's radar today. I did a video on this over the weekend. You can check it out for more information on why. But I anticipate that a catalyst should be dropping soon, and I believe that you are going to see this continue to make moves to the upside. It has a very small float and can move quickly in either direction. PXMD. All right, PXMD started breaking out yesterday. I'm not quite sure what is going on with this stock. I don't follow it, but I thought I'd bring it to your attention because I think it could see significant moves because I know that this has also been a target of short sellers and has seen big moves in the past. BBAI, all right, BBAI had a massive breakout and then followed by a pullback. Now we're starting to see it move up again in pre-market. They had a huge government contract that they landed, and I believe, guys, that you are going to see BBAI continue to make its next leg up. Hopefully today. It's definitely looking like it's starting to, so that's why I'm bringing it to your attention. ATER, Adder. Okay. Adder was not just a technical breakup, because technically it was looking ready to go, but they also gave increased guidance that totally blew away analyst expectations. I tried to do a video on this last night, but unfortunately Kramer took over. So I'm not sure how much of it you could hear, but I do believe that Adder is going to continue making moves higher. This is a stock that we have seen on multiple occasions literally have huge breakouts that run for days. And yes, they do come with these pullbacks, which it did yesterday because it got above that 150, pulled back into this 132, 133 range, and now is starting to move higher. So keep your eye on it. I think we're going to see another leg up in Adder. Lucid, LCID. Guys, I am convinced that Lucid is going to pop. We have seen Tesla pop. Yesterday we saw Rivian pop. Lucid, in my opinion, is next, so keep it on your radar. BKKT. Okay. This has had a strange divergence from crypto since its huge run up that it got last week, followed by its pullback. It is ready, in my opinion, to have another move to the upside. Now, crypto is slightly down this morning, even though the market is up. I expect that it's a pullback and we're going to see crypto move to the upside. So keep an eye on those mining stocks if that happens, and keep an eye in particularly on BKKT, because I believe that it can absolutely rip. It has like 18% short interest, guys. And for some reason, they're hiding info on Fintel. You can't even find it. Tesla, TSLA. Well, guys, you know, when things go down quickly, they can also go back up quickly. And this has a huge cult-like following and people that have made a ton of money and are very loyal to Tesla. So therefore, keep an eye on it, because I would not be surprised if this rips and continues higher, back up above 150 by the end of the week. Alibaba. BABA. All right, guys. This had news that Ryan Cohen joined in with a large purchase of Alibaba. There's a lot of talk going on about it. It had a pullback yesterday on that, and a lot of talk on CNBC and stuff about how Alibaba will not get the same cult-like following that Ryan Cohen has brought to Chewy, Bed Bath & Beyond, GameStop, etc. Well, guys, I disagree with that. Alibaba has been beat down hard. This at one time was trading over $300 a share, and it is considered the Amazon of China. So I would keep a close eye on Alibaba, because if it starts moving, it can move very quickly on shorts having to cover. GNS. All right, if you saw my video on Hellbiz this weekend, then you are aware GNS is the company that I was discussing in that video with Wes Christian that is fighting back on these shorts, and he was on Charles Payne yesterday. Keep an eye on this. I know that shorts like to attack these companies further, but there's a lot of eyes on it right now, so I feel that they would be fairly stupid to continue that. However, you never know. But if they are ready to just kind of hang up the hat and let this, you know, go back to the upside so that he stops, you know, basically calling them out all over YouTube and everywhere else, good for him. Congrats. More CEOs need to do this. But guys, I think that, you know, eventually if he keeps fighting this fight, they're going to give up. And this has been beat down very hard, and wrongfully so. If you look, the company's actually doing quite well. And I think that the stock has a lot of room to run. CABA. All right, this has been a favorite of mine, guys. I have to be honest, I had to take half my position off just because it's up so much. I'm up over 1,100%. However, I did leave half on because I believe there's still a lot of room to go here. I just think that I can get more money somewhere else, but my goal is this gap fill at 1160. To be honest, they've had a lot of positive news that keeps coming out. I wouldn't be surprised if this gets to 15 or higher. TNXP, Tonic Pharmaceuticals. This is another one that I called out when it was trading in the 30-cent range. Guys, I believe that TNXP had a big pullback yesterday, which it's known for having big runs and big pullbacks. And I think you're going to see a nice move to continue that move upside today. If you look at the 1-year and 5-year chart, you'll see why this has a lot more room to go. ASXC. All right, guys, I'm not sure if I've given this to you on Twitter as of yet, but I believe this may be my first or second time talking about it here. It's something that I've been eyeing for a while, and I feel it's time to bring to your attention because for months it consolidated and it's ready for a leg up, which it has started. It is up 62% this past week. However, it is down significantly on the year and the 5-year chart if you take a look. And I believe ASXC that it's time to bring this to your attention because it's had false breakouts before, but clearly it's in an uptrend right now, and I expect it to continue running. All right, Party City announced bankruptcy yesterday after hours. But bankruptcy plays oftentimes get a run before their dump. So if you are in Party City, do not get too greedy because something like AVCT could happen where it dumped, then it had that little move back to 125, and then it's just been dumping ever since. But guys, it all depends on how they handle it. If they don't fight to keep their stock listed on the NASDAQ, then you'll see the same thing happen here. However, if they do and a court battle erupts, then you could see a Revlon-like situation. However, at this point, it's too early to tell. We need to see what happens in court. All right, BIOR, B-I-O-R. Guys, this had a massive move followed by a pullback, and I expect an offering, which I don't think that we've gotten yet. However, I have not been following this closely because I knew it was going to happen from the way it was moving, with or without an offering. Now let's see what happens when it makes its next leg up. But be cautious in this. They are known for doing offerings, and there is no doubt in my mind that they will do another at some point. So this is one of those stocks you get in, you get up, and you get out unless you're, holding this for 5 to 10 years and you want to see what happens. Because remember, you can always buy it back on the next run. WISH, Context Logic. All right, so Wish has been beat down from like $30 down to this lovely 50-cent range where it broke out of. This is something that I took a starter position in last week or the week before. And guys, I'm watching it closely because I think that if this meme frenzy continues that we're experiencing right now, that you will see Wish make huge moves to the upside. AMC. All right, let's talk about meme frenzy for a while, guys. So we are almost at the 2-year anniversary of when AMC and GME more so than AMC, but when they both had that massive squeeze. So interestingly enough, we're starting to see a lot of pressure being put on them again, and banks have huge margin calls coming due. I believe it's on Thursday, which I believe is why you're starting to see this frenzy reunite in AMC and GME. Guys, I don't know what to say about this, but this is another one. If you haven't learned by now what happens when you're diamond handed, I don't know how to help you, but when you see this run, and when it does, it could run very, very hard. I don't deny that. There's a lot of momentum and there's a lot of FOMO buying that comes into play when this happens. And I believe we're starting to see a run in both of these names. And if you're familiar with that whole frenzy, I'd keep an eye on others such as Bed Bath & Beyond, such as Express, BlackBerry. There's a bunch of names that ran with it. COS. Can't think of them all, but go back and if you look at that time frame, even search YouTube for that time frame 2 years back, you will see people talking about it. And guys, I'm telling you, if this breaks out on both of these, then yes, we could get significant moves, but please have learned your lesson and know when to sell, because you're not doing yourself any favors right now, but just having them take your profits away. All right. So CTXR was given a buy rating. This stock was trading at 84 cents. It is now up over $1. It has a $4 price target. I'd keep an eye on that today. SABS, HC Wainwright kept it as a buy and also gives this a $4 price target. As you can see, it was trading at 72 cents. Keep an eye on that. Okay. this TCDA. I'm going to warn you all to be very, very careful here. This is a bankruptcy play, and this stock got a notice of delisting. Now, this run you're seeing is because shorts want to run it up to as high as they possibly can just to short it, because they don't ever have to pay their short back. So please be cautious. I'm not touching this with a 10-foot pole. I don't care what it does, because it's only going to create a trap for people. So there's your warning. Do what you want with it. All right, so let's see. FFIE, TCBP, which is different than TCDA, by the way. TCBP is up on a collaboration to advance gamma delta T cells for oncology. So keep an eye on TCBP today. And FFIE signed a strategic agreement with the city of Hongkong and a new shareholder agreement with FF Global. In other words, they got funding, which was the biggest concern with this company, that they were going to end up going bankrupt. So them getting funding is actually very positive for the stock, and expect it to move today in the pre-market. Wait, a couple more news events before I get into those. Smile Direct Club, SDC. We saw it have a very nice breakout. I think it was Friday maybe. Then it got a pullback yesterday. I expect this to potentially make its next leg up today, so keep an eye on it. The shares are up 13% in the after hours after they announced a cost-saving plan. FUV. Okay, guys, this one was a very nice runner that was looking good, and bam, they did an offering, and it is down. I would highly recommend waiting till FUV finds its bottom, because I think you're going to see a very nice rebound rally in this. This stock is very, very heavily shorted. All right, top gainers are FFIE, TCBP, TCDA, SYTA, SYTA, and ATXI. Top losers, FUV, CLNN, PFIE, Blue, and VIVE. Most active, EQRX, HBAN, CLVT, ET, and KGC. ET has a very nice dividend as well, guys. All right, and technical analysis, tops are CLVT, UMC, AMCR, BHC, and Elan.